Now, depending on your circumstances, you may not know how to save money on a low income. Honestly, it's not your fault. It's not your fault. So in this video, I'll be showing you how to save money on a low income. Whether you're working at McDonald's or at a small shop, no matter what your income is, I'll show you how to save money. What's up? Welcome to the Brandon Young Show. I'm your host, Brandon Young. On this channel, I teach you how to make, save, and invest money. So if you're new here, go ahead, hit that subscribe button because I got a lot of information to tell you. A lot. Now, when it comes to the topic of saving money, I see a lot of people say that it's so hard to save money on a low income. It's impossible because all their money goes towards bills and expenses after they get their paycheck. Now, not to say that they're incorrect, but it's completely possible. So I'll be giving you my 5 tips on how to save money on a low income. Now, number 1 for me is obviously gonna be changing your mindset. A lot of people, you will see the people with the lowest income have the most expensive things. And this just doesn't make sense to me, man. If you cannot afford like most of your expenses now, you should not be going out and putting things on credit cards, things that you cannot afford. It does not make sense. This is where your mindset comes in. You need to change what you're actually spending your money in, what you're investing in. Once you change that, I see a lot of people are able to save money and they're able to pay off debt a lot quicker. Mindset is very important. Now, number 2 is to tackle the highest interest rate debt first. Now, you see this a lot with student loans. You'll get a couple of loans. Some of their interest rates will be higher and some of them will be lower. A lot of times I see people trying to pay off the ones with the lower interest rates first. And this is like a big mistake. And this goes for almost everything that you're paying off. If you're paying off something, you want to tackle the ones with the highest interest rates first. Because what happens is the principal is what you're trying to completely pay off. But with the interest rates, if you have a high interest rate, the interest rate will make the amount of money you owe like increase faster. So if you're just letting that stay there and settle, it's going to increase way faster than the one that has a lower interest rate. So the action plan for this is to make a list of the debts that have the highest interest rates and try to make a plan to pay those off first. Once you're able to pay those off, then you can tackle the lower interest rate debts after that. Now, number 3 is to get a handle on grocery expenses. A lot of times we go into the grocery store, we go in without a list. So we just walk around, we see things that we like, we might not necessarily need them. And before you know it, our grocery list costs $350. That is a huge no-no. Huge no-no. With your grocery list, if anything, you should be trying to cut down as much as possible on that expense. I know, you gotta eat, but you still gotta be able to save. So try to cut down on that expense and you can be well on your way and saving way more money. Now, number 4 is to cut down on your biggest expenses. Now, when you have your expenses, you wanna make a list and go through it and just look at it and see exactly what you need and what you do need. If you go through the list and you're the one saying that Netflix is a necessity and you need it, then you definitely need to go and check out that list again. This might be the time to shop around for different, subscriptions. Maybe you have car insurance and you haven't changed it for a while. Go out, look and see, maybe there'll be another company that might actually bundle your home insurance and your car insurance, so you might end up having bigger savings that way. Or possibly go ahead, check if you have a TV subscription. Maybe you haven't changed that in a while. Most of the time, if you call them up, say, okay, I think I'm gonna leave your company and go to another company, most of the time, you might end up being able to skim a few dollars off of your bill. Just another tip for you guys. So go ahead, check out what expenses you have and try to cut them as much as possible. Number 5 is to utilize a zero-sum budget. Now, I know a few people don't even have a budget, but with a zero-sum budget, pretty much what that is is you're allocating where your money from your paycheck is going down to the dollar. So whenever you get that paycheck, you have every single dollar allocated towards a location. So you may have $200 allocated towards groceries for the month. You may have $200 allocated for the car insurance, $200 allocated towards the emergency fund, so on and so forth. So this is basically a way to make sure that you know that your paycheck is gonna be able to pay for whatever you need it to be paying for. And obviously with this method, it allows you to make sure you're not wasting any money on foolishness such as, designer belts, designer shoes, because all your money is getting allocated where it needs to be. So this is really an important tip because this can really make or break you. Now, number 6 is to automate your savings. So a lot of times we just get our paycheck and we automatically just push it out towards our expenses and all that, and we don't leave any room to save. Now, when you automate your savings, you can set this up on your online banking. You can set this up with a lot of these new money apps, but you can have it as soon as you get paid. The app will pretty much pick it up that you've gotten paid, and it will already take money out your account to make sure you allocate it towards saving. So when you do this, this allows you to save without even having to think about it, because a lot of times when we have to put numbers together and think about it, we're gonna be like, I'll do it next paycheck. And then you keep putting it off, and then eventually you don't end up doing it. Now, number 7 might be one that, okay, people are like, oh, this is obvious. But number 7 is increasing your income. Now, a lot of times I see people get in jobs and they become stagnant. They get so used to the job, but they don't actually go out and look for more opportunities to increase their income. I don't care who you are. Everybody has the ability to advance and do something better. So you should not feel and be stagnant in your position. Everybody has the opportunity to go out there and increase their income. So you can go out there and increase your income, and that should surely help you to make more money, so you'll be able to pay more expenses, to pay off debt, and to save more. Now, I obviously don't know your position and where you are, but when there's a will, there's a way. So you can find a way to increase your income. I believe in you. Now, this is a bonus tip. Tip number 8 is to gotta start hustling, baby. Hustling. I don't care who you are. If you're making money or not making money, you should have some type of side hustle. Now, a side hustle can put you over the top. So you could be making money and you can still have a side hustle. It can put you over the top where, okay, you have some extra money, so you can allocate that to put it somewhere else. Or you can have a low income and have a side hustle, and that can just put you a little bit over the top where, okay, you still have a low income, but okay, you have a little bit money saved just in case, you go over rough times and you don't know what to do. You have that extra money. Those are my tips for you. Leave a comment down below if you enjoyed this video. If you have any more tips, be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Peace.